Imagine a cage where there are no rules. No gloves, no weight classes, just one brutal question: who is the ultimate fighter? That's how the UFC began in 1993. What looked like a blood sport experiment turned into a multi-billion-dollar empire watched by millions across the globe. Stay tuned, because today we're diving into the wild story of the UFC and its most jaw-dropping facts. The very first UFC event took place on November 12, 1993, in Denver, Colorado. The idea was simple: pit different fighting styles against each other: karate versus boxing, wrestling versus Muay Thai. And out of nowhere, a skinny Brazilian named Royce Gracie shocked the world. Using Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, he proved that technique can defeat size and raw power. Back then, the UFC had almost no rules. Head kicks to grounded opponents. Legal. No weight divisions. No time limits. The early slogan was literally, "There are no rules." But this brutality brought massive controversy, and soon, many states banned UFC events entirely. By the late 90s, UFC was nearly bankrupt. TV networks refused to air it, politicians wanted it gone. But in 2001, the Fertitta brothers and their friend Dana White bought the entire company, for just $2 million. They introduced proper rules, banned dangerous strikes, added weight classes, and brought in timed rounds. Slowly, UFC transformed from a spectacle into a legitimate sport, and the foundation for modern MMA was set. The turning point came with the reality show, The Ultimate Fighter. Millions of fans tuned in, and UFC suddenly had household names like Chuck Liddell, Randy Couture, and Georges St-Pierre. By the 2010s, UFC was unstoppable. Anderson Silva's dominance, Ronda Rousey's rise, Conor McGregor's trash talk, and Khabib Nurmagomedov's undefeated reign made MMA a global sensation. UFC events started breaking pay-per-view records and selling out arenas worldwide. In 2016, the company was sold for a jaw-dropping $4 billion, the biggest deal in sports history at the time. Fastest knockout in UFC history. Jorge Masvidal, just 5 seconds against Ben Askren. Most title defenses. Anderson Silva, with 10 straight. Biggest pay-per-view ever. McGregor vs. Khabib in 2018, with over 2.4 million buys. First women's champion. Ronda Rousey, who won her debut fight in just 16 seconds. Longest fight ever. Royce Gracie vs. Ken Shamrock at UFC 5, lasting 36 minutes. From no-rules cage fights to a billion-dollar empire, the UFC's story is one of the wildest transformations in sports history. And the best part? It's still evolving every single year. Now I want to know, who's your favorite UFC fighter of all time? Drop it in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more combat sports stories.